Tiger Nation, welcome back to the premier event in the men's heavyweight category. It's the men's first varsity 8, Princeton University in lane 2, St. Joe's University in lane 3. Shout out to Lacey, if you're watching, one of Princeton's biggest supporters, I believe watching on the West Coast. Thanks so much for tuning in. This race is dedicated to you.
Looking strong, ready in their boots and their little outfits, ready to go.
Thank you, Tommy Lindemann, class of 2014, for that interesting tidbit. Both varsity 8 boats successfully on the stake boats. Both coxswains did a great job.
Crews are starting staggered. As we remember from previous races, the Schuylkill has a turn, so we need to start the shore side boat slightly ahead so that they can come even around the turn.
As the coxswains get their points, the official is aligning the boats. St. Joe's coxswain with his hand in the air, signaling that he is adjusting his point. The wind has kicked up a little bit at the starting line. A bit of a cross headwind as we sit and wait for the alignment. The boats are aligned. Attention, go. Quick start from the official, and the boys are off in the men's first varsity race. Princeton University lane 2, St. Joe's University, the home team in lane 3. As they get into the thick of their high strokes, Princeton University with some early traction. They are sitting up about 7 seats on St. Joe's University and moving. Princeton coxswain Julie Campbell Jr. from Milwaukee is sitting on bow ball of St. Joe's University's 1V boat. As both boats stride out into their base cadence and base rhythm, Princeton University edging St. Joe's about 1 boat length, about to break open water. Princeton University does have the outside lane as we approach this turn, so St. Joe's will get a quick 2 to 3 seat margin back. Princeton striking a 36 on their rating. St. Joe's at about a 37 on their rating, striking a little bit higher to stay in there, to keep that contact, making sure Princeton doesn't break open. And so far, they've done a decent job. Still a touch of overlap between the two boats, just over 500 meters down now. St. Joe's will get a seat back around this turn. Princeton approaching the turn now. Coxswain likely on the rudder for these next 2 to 3 strokes as they go through the bridge. And Princeton moving around the outside of the turn. Very impressive from the Princeton 1V. Princeton on a big move. You can hear coxswain Julie Campbell yelling for her boys to keep moving, never settle, never sit over the St. Joe's 1V. They know this course, it's their home field. They know where to move. Strokes leaders Princeton Varsity 8, captain of the team, Tassilo Van Mueller, he's from Germany. It's actually 4 Germans in this Princeton 1V. 7 seat, also German, Floyd Benedictor, supporting his German brother up in stroke seat. Princeton looking strong, coming through the 1,000-meter mark. Princeton through now in a time of 2:53. St. Joseph's through the 1K in a time of 3:02. Princeton striking a 35, 35 and a half, sitting with a comfortable one boat of open water, if not a touch more, and still just inching away from St. Joe's. St. Joe's looking strong. They're not totally out of it. They're hanging in there. Let's see in the last 750 if they can start to inch back into Princeton's lead. Just past 750 now. Princeton still inching away. Never comfortable with that margin. They have about a boat and a half of open water. Couple barks coming from the Princeton crew. These guys are hungry. They want more. Bow seat of the Princeton University boat, Hanno Brock. He's a freshman from Germany. Egging his boys on, demanding that they get more as they approach last 500. Princeton with about 2 boats of open water, 500 to go. Princeton sitting comfortably at about a 35 strokes per minute through the wire, 350 to go. They're sitting up 2.5 boats of open water over St. Joe's University. St. Joe's digging in here through the wire, trying to get more. Princeton building a little bit of rating. Bumped it to about a 36, 36 and a half. Definitely getting some more traction through 250 to go. And as they get into the last 20 or 25 strokes of the race, Princeton with a comfortable 3 boat of open water margin over St. Joe's University. You got to really feel for these guys. Greg Hughes has mentioned that he's extremely proud of this program. The guys in this boat, his senior captains, obviously been through a whole lot over the last 12 months or so, overcome a lot of adversity, just jumping into these boats now. There's a lot of unknowns still, but clearly Princeton on pace to being a contender late season. Princeton last couple strokes of the race. 1V through now in a time of about 5:59. St. Joe's in their last 10 strokes of the race. Last couple strokes for St. Joe's.